Hi everyone, we're here at Because You Care. This time we decided to do one of our shows on the road for my dog and me, and I'm here again, as I said, at Because You Care in McKean, Pennsylvania. So we want you to learn everything there is about this organization, and then we want you promising me that you're going to support it and do everything that they need to get your help. So I'm going to turn to Stephanie.
Yes.
Stephanie's with me. Stephanie, what's your last name, Stephanie?
Flower. Stephanie Flower. Yep.
Flower. Mm-hmm. Plural or single?
Just single.
Okay. Stephanie Flower. Stephanie, tell me all about yourself.
So I have been working in animal welfare for about a decade now. I've been at Because You Care for a little over a year. I'm the dog center manager here, and I manage all of the dog-related programs. Myself, I am actually a certified professional dog trainer as well, and I have a master's degree in animal behavior and conservation. So I got some knowledge that I brought to Because You Care, and we're using it to get our programs, kind of expanded and just saving more dogs.
And what was the first part that you are registered for? What?
I am a certified professional dog trainer.
What does that mean?
So I have a CPDT, which is it's one of the certification councils that exist for dog training. It's one of the most respected ones out there, and so I basically had to get enough hours and get enough knowledge and skills to pass their exam and to qualify and to pass and become a certified dog trainer.
And where'd you get this education?
So it's so my education is from the master's degree is actually from Hunter College in New York City.
Okay.
And then the CPDT, you actually do a lot of that online, and then you go to a testing center.
Okay. Well, let's look around here. So I come in the door here, and this is what I see. Tell me what happens right in this room here.
So this is a multifunctional room.
I noticed that everything's going on.
Yes, we don't have any offices here, so we are in here. This is where our computers are, our office spaces are, but this is also our lobby. So this is where we're going to process the adoptions. If people are coming in, we're going to greet you right here. And then every once in a while, we have a dog that's behind the desks over here. She's my foster dog, so she gets the privilege of hanging out with us up here and meeting everybody and saying hi to everyone as they come in.
Okay, so over here to my right is?
This is Karen. She's our foster coordinator. So she helps with everything foster program related. She's working on getting the dogs that we've actually got coming in on transport next week placed with foster homes, and she's making up Panicure, which is what we use for dewormer for everybody. So she's here helping us out today.
So you're the one who searches for all the foster people?
Yes. Stephanie notifies me when there are dogs that need to be placed into foster homes because she's pulled out of high kill shelters, and then I reach out to our crew of fabulous fosters that we have and see who's open and available and willing to take in a foster dog.
You have one of our people that I know real well that has taken a lot of dogs, and she also has had therapy dogs, and she also trained the dogs that used to be at Albion and also Cambridge Springs, Ruth Prest.
Yes.
And she has one of our, I think she just adopted a coonhound.
She did.
That coonhound's crazy. I just saw pictures of it last night.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Really?
He's a good boy. Yeah, she's actually picking up a foster dog tomorrow.
Is she really?
She is, yeah.
What's she getting tomorrow?
Puggle.
A puggle?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
An older puggle, yep.
She's a good person, and just for the people that are watching, many of you have met Ruth Prest through many of our videos or programs that we've done. That's one of the reasons I support you, because if Ruth Prest likes you, I like you. And that's how a lot of people in Crawford County that know her would feel about anything that she does.
Yeah, we love her. She's wonderful. Her and Walter, awesome.
Yes, they really are, with all
they're
their
wonderful.
dogs.
Yep.
The only bad thing is that she's doing too much work with you right now, and now she's no longer doing pet therapy work.
Yeah.
So I lost her and you gained her. There's something wrong with that system.
Well.
She's still working with dogs.
Yeah.
She is, and she's good. And what do we have on the wall here, just as they can see? You also have lupine collars and leashes. People get.
Yep. So we recommend martingales. They're a wonderful product. Lupine is a particular brand that sells martingales. The cool thing about lupine is they actually guarantee their products for life, even if they're chewed. So
have you ever dealt with someone with that? I have.
Yes. So we actually, as one of the dealers, we're able to replace them here for adopters if they do come in, or they can do it themselves online. And then I will send them all in at once, and they kind of refund us for the ones that we give to others if theirs are chewed or damaged.
And up on the wall we have the T-shirts of people that come here or want to support your organization. I see there's 4 different T-shirts. 4
different T-shirts. Yes, we're trying. Yeah, we want to keep a couple different things in stock for different people's whatever they would like. So yeah, everybody seems to like all the different kinds, so definitely have T-shirts for anybody.
And of course you have treats and all that stuff whenever you have the training classes and everything else.
Yep, the treats are for our dogs. or the training dogs, whoever needs treats. We use them a lot when people are meeting. Adopters are here to meet a potential dog. We'll use treats because that's always a good icebreaker.
Okay, let's just say in general, this is why I like you, because you do foster care.
Yes.
So dogs are not stuck in a kennel waiting for someone to adopt them.
Yes.
The majority of them, correct me if I'm wrong,
yeah.
go in foster care. Mm-hmm. And then from foster care, they, how do people find them? Online?
Online, yeah. So we do have some kennels here. We only have 11 kennels. And so, for example, right now we have, I think, 37 dogs total, and I think 8 or 9 are here. So the rest of those are all in foster. Some of those are available. Some are waiting to get, medical things done to become available. Some just got here a couple days ago, so we're just getting to know them before we make them available. But all of our dogs go into a foster home first. And then some will come here as long as they're, behaviorally good to, they're happy, they're healthy, they're going to come in here to be available and hang out with us for a little bit. But most of them that are here are only here for a week maybe, and then they get adopted. Or they stay in foster the whole time, and their fosters will actually bring them in here to meet adopters when they see them. Mostly online. We post on our Facebook page pretty much daily with dogs that are available. And then, on Pet Finder or on becauseyoucare.org. Anything
you want to add about this? About the fosters? Anything we should know? How good do I have to be a foster person? Are you going to examine my home?
Yes, we do. Full background, blood draw.
Yeah. No.
Fingerprints.
No, if you're interested in fostering for Because You Care, just go to our website and put in a foster application. Mm-hmm. And then we process your application very similar to a dog adoption application. And we do a vet reference, we do a virtual home visit.
Virtual, all right.
Mm-hmm.
We do a virtual home visit, and once all the T's and I's are crossed and dotted, then we have you come in and do a foster orientation, and then we get you lined up with a puppy or a dog.
Okay, so how many people you turned down? Very many? If 100 people apply to be foster, 90? Not very many?
Not very often. Once in a while, we might come across somebody that's a little late on getting a shot for their dog, and then once they get their dog up to date, then we're good to go to have them fostering.
How much do you share with the new people that are going to get the dog about that dog's background or that dog's behavior from the foster people?
Everything we know.
Okay, because a lot of people don't, and that's one of my that's why I'm here instead of some of the other shelters. I believe that you do that, and you're now reaffirming that for me, that you're going to tell me where that dog came from, or good, bad, and indifferent.
Yeah, a lot of times from the sending shelters, we get like a one-line sentence information on the dogs. And then when they go into the foster care, the foster parents, before they either bring the dog in here or the dog gets put up for adoption, they fill out a foster questionnaire for us, which gives us a lot of detailed information on that particular dog. And then we also, the dogs that stay in foster homes until they are adopted, the foster parents will come into the playroom here and meet with the potential adopters so that they can have one-on-one conversation with the person that's been caring for their potentially new dog for the past couple of weeks.
That is so important, and a lot of shelters don't do that. And I was someplace in a training class, and I said to someone, "What do you know about this dog?" "Well, I know that the dog came up here from Mississippi." I said, "Well, what do you know? Was the dog abused? Was this, that, or whatever else?" And I just have another person out in Cambridge Springs that just adopted a dog. And she said, I think the dog's name is Harry, of all things. And she said, "I don't know anything about this dog. I just think that maybe he was abused because he cowards, and I think this and that." And I said, wait a minute, if he was in a good foster situation or a good shelter, they can tell you some of that stuff. And that's what people need to find out. And I say that to everyone that's listening. You need to demand that information. If you go to a shelter or if you go to a rescue place and they're not telling you that information, that should be a red flag. Don't deal with them. You've got to get as much information as you need, and they've got to be there every time you call and say, "Hey, I'm having trouble because so-and-so dog isn't doing this. Now what do I do?" And you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
We try to give them as much as possible and then some.
That's the most important thing.
And it can be difficult, like she mentioned. We don't always know the background of where they came from in terms of the sending shelters, because like she said, we get one
Right.
line, if that.
Right.
So I don't always have that background, even if I want it. I don't always get it.
But you get
So
the background from the time they go.
we get the back. Yes,
from here
we at
to
least get.
foster.
Here's what we've seen in our foster home. This is what we've seen of this dog. So we will give you every bit of information we have. It's never going to be everything because we don't get told everything, unfortunately. Even owner surrenders, they give you as much as they can, but people don't always realize what's important. They don't always realize like what piece of information is actually pretty important to share, and so they don't always tell you that. They tell you what you ask them, and so we try really hard to ask a lot of good questions, even when we get owner surrenders, to try to get that info. But it's always a little bit of a struggle. So we give you everything we have. Doesn't mean we have everything about that particular dog,
as much as you can.
We will tell you absolutely everything we know because we want
Okay.
you to know everything we know because we want you to be fully prepared. We want you to be in the best situation you can because we also want our dogs to be in the best situation they can be in.
I don't think I introduced you whenever we were doing that. What was your name again?
Hi, I'm Karen.
Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen, where are you from? And you just do this as a volunteer? Are you volunteer?
I used to be a volunteer.
You're a paid person
Yes.
here in
Yes.
charge of.
I have been with the organization since 2009.
Oh, wow.
I used to foster at home, and then I just stopped in one day to return a few supplies, and
They got you.
Yeah.
I
Now she works here.
I was interviewed and didn't know I was in an interview.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Myself, personally, at home, I have 4. I have a eclectic bunch right now.
Okay, tell us what they have because I always am amazed at what type of dogs people have.
I have a pit bull.
Okay.
I have an English Springer Spaniel poodle mix. She's a Springer Doodle.
Okay.
And I have a little terrier mix that's 23 pounds, and then I have a little Jack Russell mix that's 20 pounds.
You really have quite a collection there.
Yes,
So they all get along.
they do.
Good for you. That says something about you. All right, we're going to, I think we're going to go now for a little trip down through the kennel.
Yes.
And he'll take some pictures. Then we get outside. We're going to go to the outside area.
Yeah, we can show you guys the yards. They're
And we'll
nice
look
and
at
pretty.
the other place where I saw that whenever I came in. And we'll talk about some other things. Steph, here we are in the kennel. Tell us about the kennel.
So we have 11 kennels here. We start out with some small dog kennels. As you can see, this is Tippy here. She's on the smaller side, and we have what are called guillotine doors for every dog. And those are the little doors in the back, and they can actually get outside at any time, and they have a little patio out there. So it's to give them outside access, but hopefully also so that those that are housebroken and things like that can go outside and go to the bathroom outside instead of in the kennel. But the doors actually get bigger as you go. So we can only house small dogs in these first kennels, but then as you go down, you get bigger, and we can house some bigger dogs.
Okay, this one is what, Clay, and Clay's
He
outside.
is outside.
This one here is an empty kennel.
Yes.
All right, here comes one here. Who's this?
This is Cosmo. He is
Cosmo.
a 4-month-old Shar-Pei Commodore mix. He's a very good
Commodore.
boy.
What's a Commodore?
It's I think those are the ones with like the almost like the dread looking hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're rarer, but
But he's only 4 months.
he's only 4 months old, so he's gonna get bigger. Yep.
Where'd you get him?
He is from Georgia. We transported him from a crowded shelter in Georgia. We do that about once a month, so he came up on the last month.
Do you get
his
to
transport.
pick what dogs you want that are
I do, yeah. So I get sent a lot of lists from a lot of places. Right now we pull from Texas, Georgia, Kentucky, and Indiana, and then we also have a partnership with a puppy mill survivors group. So that is basically a bunch of the dogs that the puppy millers are retiring or they can't sell them, and basically their only option is to get rid of them, which means they're going to kill them. So we step in at the last minute and pull those dogs out. They get the millers don't get any money, nothing like that, but we just basically jump in to save the dogs. So those are kind of the 5 places that we pull dogs from, and then we do get some owner surrenders as well.
And the curly tail
Yeah.
on this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this one here, as we said, was the.
This is Lisa. She is what I think is a Texas Heeler. We've got her as a cattle dog mix because a Texas Heeler is a cattle dog and Australian Shepherd mix. She is from Texas. But so that's why I think she looks a lot like Texas Heelers. I don't know for sure because I didn't meet her parents or anything because we transported her in, but she's awfully pretty no matter what she is.
Do you ever play music in here?
Normally, yes, it is usually on at this point. We play it usually during the day and then we turn it off at night.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so here we have the poodle.
Yeah, this is the standard poodle that we have. He is from a puppy mill. He has a cone on because he got neutered not too long ago. He's very sweet. He's 5 years old. His name's Figaro. But he is, like I said, he's from a puppy mill.
But I thought puppy mills were all puppies.
So they have to have the adults to make the puppies.
Hello, Sue. Of course you would have to be there.
So they do retire. He was retired. Basically, they retired him from the puppy mill, and so what they usually just take care of the ones they're retiring in unfortunate ways. But we're able to jump in and save some of them. There's a whole lot of groups that are a part of this puppy mill survivors crew. There's a bunch of different rescues that pull, and we try to save as many as we can.
I never thought about that, but of course, I'm thinking puppies, little puppies, but
yeah, and normally
they have to have bigger dogs to make the puppies.
Yeah, and normally, honestly, he's a pretty well-rounded dog coming from a puppy mill. We have a couple others that are in foster right now who are very scared. They're taking a lot of time to warm up, and that's usually what you get when it comes to an adult coming from a puppy mill. They're just not well socialized because they've been basically in either a barn or a cage or something, just getting bred. And so a lot of times they take a little bit longer to warm up. We have an adult American Eskimo that's in foster right now. She's been with us, I think we're looking at 2 months so far. She's starting to come around, but it's going to be a long haul for her. But we have a wonderful foster who's committed to working with her, and they're basically just going to keep going until she gets to a place where we can kind of hand her off to an adopter and say, here's what's working and here's where she needs to go from here.
How many foster parents end up adopting the dogs?
A lot.
I figured.
Yeah,
See,
we
that
have
would
some
be the bad side.
Yeah, sometimes they don't adopt their first dog, but they'll, we call them, some people will call them foster fails. We like to call them foster fits.
There you go.
We are very supportive of those. We have no problem with that.
Okay, here we have our
This is our longest term dog. She's probably a little bit nervous of the camera.
Yes.
Her name's Dolphin. She's been here for 5 months. She's normally in a foster home. Her foster is just on a vacation right now, so she's crashing with us for a couple days. She's going to go back to foster until she finds a home. She's very, very sweet. She's just nervous at first, so she takes a little bit to warm up to people.
And this is new. Because
her fosters absolutely adore her. She loves the dogs in the foster home. She just takes a while to warm up to anything, really, like people and dogs. She can take a little bit. Adult people, she's usually better at. Kids take a little bit longer for her to warm up to, so that's why she's, I think, been here a little longer, but we're not really sure why she's been here quite this long because she's so pretty and she is very, very sweet.
She's very pretty.
So we're hoping she'll find her home soon.
Okay, the last two are, I do like this one.
This is our big hounded boy. This is Presley. He's like, what are you guys doing? Hi, buddy.
Well, wasn't there a bloodhound that won one of the most recent
Yes, yeah, I
competition?
believe, the Westminster, I think, was a bloodhound, yeah. And we think he could have bloodhound in there. We're not sure what he's mixed with.
He looks like it.
But he's handsome. He's very friendly. He doesn't like cats, that's the only thing, but he loves people. He's done well with other dogs.
He likes the camera, too.
Yes.
We'll probably see his face again.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Okay, and what do we have over here?
And this last guy is Zeppy. Zeppy's just waiting to get picked up, hopefully today. It's okay, buddy. He's maybe an Akita mix. We're not sure what he is mixed with, but he's handsome, whatever he is. It's okay. He's like, oh, that's scary.
Is it true that black dogs are not as adopted as other colored dogs?
It happens a lot. Here, bud.
People don't believe that, but that's true.
It's very true. Part of it is I think black dogs don't show as well in this type of lighting, but also like pictures online and things. They just don't quite pop as much. And then also there's just because same thing is with black cats too. So it's something to do with that black coloring that just for whatever reason doesn't appeal to as many people as other things. But thankfully he is supposed to go home today, so hopefully he's going to be getting adopted.
Okay, let's go to the outside area. Which was the outside area? One place I could see both areas. That's the other door.
Other door, yep.
All right. Okay, Steph, where are we?
So we are actually in our outside yards that we have. As you can see, the dogs all actually have outside patios that they can come in and out to. And then those open into this space here. We have a small dog yard, which is for the dogs that are on the smaller side. And then this is our large dog yard, and it is quite large.
It is huge.
Yeah.
It is huge.
So they're able to come
nice.
out here, and the volunteers bring them out here. They can play fetch. They can honestly, some of them, there's a bench over there. Some dogs, they come out, sit on that bench, and they just snuggle with them for a while. The other thing we can do out here in the yards is we actually can run play groups, which is where we actually let our dogs play together with each other.
Great.
Yeah, we do that as often as we can. With us, actually, it can be a little difficult because we have a really high turnover, meaning our dogs aren't here in our kennels very long.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So it's a great problem to have.
Yes.
But we do try. We actually just put a post up the other day of two of our dogs that were playing in the small dog yard. So we try to get them out here to play with each other whenever we can. but they love being out here. Some of them just come out here and I've seen dogs for the first time out in this yard who just like run like they've never gotten to run in this much space in their life. It's so much fun to watch.
Well, especially the ones that have come up, like that poodle in there.
Right.
Who probably
Who's never had a space like this before. Yeah.
No,
there was a hound dog who came up from a shelter where he was, unfortunately, they were living outside and everything, but in smaller spaces. He came up here, and the first time he got out here, he was just like, woohoo, and was just
And how do you catch them?
We weighed them out.
or treats or
yeah,
whatever.
we use treats. Some of them will come right up for it. We also do have really long leashes that we'll attach to them too for the ones that are particularly difficult about coming back in, because I wouldn't want to go back in a kennel from being out here either. So we use different tools, but a lot of them will come right back. They love people so much that a lot of them come right back to you, and then they'll go right back in for a treat.
Okay, let's go from here back to the main place. Let's look at the place where they meet, the foster, and let's go to the cat place.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, baby.
Let me see you. You're going to say hello to me. Oh,
like,
thanks.
"My
That's
mom's
very
here."
nice of you.
Hi, I know.
Okay, we're here in the play area, and Stephanie's got with her. Who is this?
This is Strawberry Shortcake. Come here. Oh.
Strawberry Shortcake. You've got to check out this dog.
Yeah, this is Strawberry Shortcake. She's actually my foster dog, so not only do I work here, but I foster too.
And she's a
Pomeranian Husky, a Pomsky as they call it. She's 1 year old, so she's not going to get any bigger. She's not available for adoption just yet because she has to get spayed, but once she gets spayed, she will probably be available unless I keep her.
I think you're going to keep her. Right? We've already had that discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a cameraman scan around here real quick while you and I are talking.
Yeah.
And will she run around by herself, or she just want to be with you?
We'll see.
She just wants to be with you. And this is what is this area
So
used
this
for?
is the playroom. So this room is used for introducing potential adopters to the dogs they're interested in. It's also where our basic obedience class is held, which those come free with each adoption, and they're held by
one class.
It's 4 weeks. It's a 4-week class.
Oh, so you take you're here 4 different times.
Yeah. So you come 4 weeks in a row to the class. Yep.
And that's provided free.
It's included in the adoption fee. Yep. And so Lynn Hughes is the trainer who does that for us. She's wonderful, and she does that once a week here. And you just jump in when you contact her. The adopters are able to contact her. She gets them scheduled in, and they come for class.
Always group classes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she does the group classes here. Yep.
Okay, well, we're going to leave from here, and now we're going to go over and look at the veterinarian side. Tell me what the role of the veterinarian is that's here. Is it someone who comes in, or is there one on staff?
So we have a vet that comes in once a week. It's Dr. Kalicki. She works at Animal Ark, and she comes here once a week for us. And otherwise, we have some texts and things that come in, and then we're able to contact her if we have questions or something throughout the week. That's where, so every single animal that comes through here gets either what's called a new dog protocol or a new cat protocol. And that's basically where they come in, they get a whole once over, and then they get any vaccines that they're missing. So we do for dogs, we're gonna do lepto, Lyme, rabies vaccine, Bordetella, and distemper. So if they don't have that from where they came from, we're gonna start that series here.
And sometimes you don't know what they have.
Sometimes we don't know, so we start them all over again.
Start them over again.
Yep.
Okay.
And then they get flea and tick tick preventative and heartworm prevention. They do get a heartworm test as well. It tests for heartworm, anaplasmosis, Ehrlichia, and Lyme. So we test for all of those as well.
How are you?
So they kind of basically get that whole once over before they're made available for adoption.
So good.
And the cats get a similar thing as well.
You are cute.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go over to the cat area, and then we'll go on to the veterinarian section. All right, we've moved now to the cat area, and I'm with Angela. Angela, tell them something. Your name and what you do here.
Sure. Hi, my name's Angela, and I am the Cat Center Manager here at Because You Care.
And over here, so I come in the door, I meet you, and tell me what is all this stuff? What is all this stuff? What is this? You have cats in here too sometimes?
Oh, sometimes, yeah. Usually when kittens first come to the center, they're isolated in a cage for a few days while they get accustomed to being here, and while we just make sure that they don't need anything health-wise before they go into the kitten center. Yeah.
Carriers?
Yeah, we have a retail area, just some t-shirts, some carriers that people can buy if they don't have their own.
Oh my Lord. Now, this is amazing. Before we were on camera just now, how many cats are in this building?
60 right now.
60.
Yes, 60, yes, yeah. Yeah, that's a little high for us. We don't always have quite that many, but we are at the height of kitten season at the moment, so
I was just
we
trying
have
to
a
get
lot. And
rid
we
of-
have probably about 75 to 80 more cats in foster homes throughout the area.
Oh my Lord. Well, that one wants to come home with me.
Yeah, they probably
how
want
do
to.
you, now when you go in there, they're all going to try and get out.
They do, yes. We are frequently putting kittens back into the kitten room.
Is this the kitten room?
Yes, this is
And
the
how
kitten
many
room.
kittens are in there now?
There's 34 in there right now.
Oh my God. I got to see which one I want. I do like cats. Oh, why does, what do they have collars on? This little black one has a white collar on.
To identify them.
Oh my God, you're so cute. And they all get along.
For the most part, yeah. Yeah, there's usually some difficulties, you know, when a new kitten goes in, but
Mr. Cameraman, take a picture of what's on the wall there. That's all the individual houses. They're little.
yeah, so they play in those boxes. They use them to climb. They get inside them to take their naps.
Look at the one on the top of the steps here. He said, I'm just going to lay on the top. Who's going to knock me
Yeah.
down? King of the mountain. Oh my Lord. So there's, how many are in here?
34 right now. And that's really high. We don't usually get quite that many, but adoptions have unfortunately slowed down a little bit for us, so getting a little overwhelmed.
What determines what cat somebody picks?
We always say the cat usually picks you. We tell people go in, sit down, see who decides they
And
want to
people
go home
go
with
in
you.
there and sit down.
Oh yeah, people will come in. Some people just come in to hang out and spend time with the kittens. You know, not even necessarily wanting to adopt, just wanting to hang out and have some
Oh.
kitten love.
I am so glad you're not near Conneaut Lake because I would be in there. I would be sitting in there wanting to play with them. My Lord. I'm just amazed. Here comes one up to the window. And you keep on coming up too. There's one that has a real strange color, a brown one. Look like a tiger striped brown one. I never saw that.
There's a couple very cool patterns. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, now we're going to have the cameraman follow us and Angela's going to tell me what's in this other room.
Sure.
What's in the other room?
So this is our main adult room. There's about 16 cats in here right now in this area. And they hang out in either the living room area, and we also have a sun porch out here where they can look on the garden. We have a lot of bird feeders out there, so they like to hang out in the sun porch area a lot.
They can't get to the outside area.
No, they can't get out there. They can just look through the
place where the
through
wood chips
doors.
are and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, they just watch the birds and the chipmunks play out there.
Oh wow! So if I want to adopt one, I would come in here, sit down.
Yeah, you just sit down and interact with them.
And how many are in here now?
So there's about 16 in here right now.
Oh my heavens! Is anybody in here? No, I don't think
No.
so.
Hey, Raja. Come here, buddy.
I have one of those that I'm trying to get rid of. It's bigger though.
Oh.
It's the one that's about this, that high maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they love the tunnels, huh, buddy?
Oh wow! Hi there. Oh my heavens. Okay.
Down you go.
So
Okay.
where is this it or is there more?
No, there's more.
Oh, my Lord.
So, yeah, there's a few
Okay,
more
come
rooms
on.
back here. This area back here is our special needs wing. So this room here is our FIV room. So any FIV positive cats reside in here. FIV is an immune deficiency disorder.
They can't be cured of that.
They cannot be cured.
But they can live with it.
They can live with it. FIV positive cats can live just as long as any other cat. There's no medication, no treatment. It's just something that they live with. They can also safely be with other cats in most situations because it's typically transmitted through deep bite wounds. So usually they get it when they're outside. But that's Haley there. She's our FIV resident at the moment.
How long has she been here?
She has been with us for most of her life off and on. She was briefly adopted. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in her adoptive home, so she came back. But she's 3 years old. She's been with us for most of that time.
Why wouldn't something work out with an adopted cat?
For various reasons. Sometimes they don't get along with the other pets in the home. That's usually the most frequent reason for return is that things just don't work out with the other pets.
Look at that window over there where they can be out there that has all
Yeah,
the...
she loves that window. Yeah, she
Oh, my
usually
heavens.
hangs out in there.
Is there somebody in here too?
Yeah, so this, we have another room back here.
And what is this room?
So this is the room for feline leukemia positive cats.
Can they be cured of that?
No, they can't. And feline leukemia does usually shorten their lifespan. And they have to be kept completely separate from other cats because it's so easily transmittable. But we've got 3
I
in
know these
here
are
right now.
for adoption, no.
They are, yes. They are available for adoption.
But who would adopt a cat with feline leukemia?
Someone who wants to give them a wonderful life. You know, it's not, you know, they're still awesome cats. And, you know, you can give them a good couple of years being loved. They deserve it just like anybody else.
Do people that have cats, I'm a dog person, everybody knows that, do people that have cats have these type of contraptions in their homes?
Oh, yeah, mostly, yeah. Things like the cat towers, they're great for cats. They can scratch on them, sleep in them. You know, people who are worried about their furniture often will have these, so the cats, you know, have their own space.
Wow, and these are feline leukemia ones
Feline
in here.
leukemia positive, yes.
And people will adopt them.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a shortened lifespan.
They do. On average, they live between 2 and 3 years after diagnosis,
Really?
although often they will live much longer. We had one who lived to 8, so...
And there's treatment for it? No.
There's no treatment for it, no. You just basically treat the symptoms as they crop up, but there's no cure or anything.
What are the symptoms?
So, it varies depending on the cat. Again, it affects their immune system, so often it will be something unrelated to the leukemia itself.
Wow.
But a lot of times they'll develop mouth sores, things like that.
I've been in all these different rooms. I'm just impressed by what you people do here. I've never seen a place like this in my life.
Thanks. Yeah, we really try to make it a nice home-like environment for the cats.
Okay, back here. All right, now this is probably our last part of our tour of Because You Care. We're going to talk a little bit more about how you can support this organization. But with me right now is the director of Because You Care, so introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Megan Duckett.
And where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Erie.
Okay, and why are you doing it? How long have you been doing this?
I've been here for a little over a year, but I've been in the animal field for about 15 years. So I'm a licensed veterinary technician as well. So I, got out of high school, went to college, and then I was working in vet hospitals up until I got this job.
And why come here to work?
It just really was appealing to me. We see a lot of shelter pets that come in, and it just kind of seemed like a really great job where you could, do something with it.
And make it work.
Yeah.
All right, we're in the veterinary clinic right now. Why is this important? How is it used? What dogs and cats get to the veterinary clinic?
Yeah, so our vet clinic, we use this just for our shelter animals only, so unfortunately it's not open to the public. But all the animals that come in, a lot of times they need boosters on vaccines, they need deworming, or they need checked out because they have a skin issue going on, so they would come in here. We have a veterinarian, Dr. Klicki from Animal Arc, and she comes in once a week and will help us examine our pets, give them any boosters, anything like that. So they would, pretty much any animal that comes through this clinic.
And gets their initial care?
Correct, yep.
Okay, and let's go back this way. We'll show what else. Take a picture of the one that, is this the veterinary clinic cat?
Correct, this is Dazzle, yep.
Dazzle.
Yep, we live out here a little bit, so she's our resident mouser.
Oh, is she good at it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. If you don't feed her, she's probably better at it.
Exactly.
Okay, let's go back here, and this is where you have the ability to do all the testing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so this is kind of our exam room. So we obviously have our table. We have all the supplies that we need. We also do neuters here some days. So we will do neuter days, or we do not 30, but we'll do up to like 20, 25 cat neuters, during kitten season. This is kind of where, every pet comes in, gets their exam, gets their vaccines, get blood drawn if they need it, and gets ready to go. Okay,
since you're a vet tech, so you can identify initial problems, so whenever the vet comes in, you can say, give a little extra look to this one and stuff like that.
Yep, so that's kind of a little added benefit, as they come in, they can be like, oh, something's going on, and then kind of put them more on our schedule and kind of, keep an eye on it.
So every cat, dog that comes in, that's adopted, given up, or whatever, comes here. Mm-hmm. And then do they spend time here before they leave, or is that they just get the initial examination, and then they're just fostered out or adopted?
Yep. So normally they'll still be in foster care when they come in because
Okay.
they're not necessarily
okay.
ready for adoption yet. Because we'll do like their heartworm test, make sure they're negative, all that kind of stuff. So then typically from here they'll either go back into foster, or they'll stay until they get spayed or neutered. And we give the vaccine a little bit more time, to be effective before they would come in here. So they normally go to foster for a few more days, and then if we have room, they would come in here.
Well, I'm glad I got you. I got you last because you stuck me with those other people that are your wonderful staff. What a trip! I didn't know anything about you, and the reason, and just so people know why I decided to come up to Because You Care, is because I like what you do. I like the fact that you use foster so much.
Yes.
I so believe in that, and then I understand that the foster people actually help with the adoptions as far as giving the people that are adopting the pets information about how that dog or how that cat acts.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And like studies have shown that animals going into foster care first, it number one helps their transition coming from, wherever they would come from, another shelter or a home, helps their transition into a shelter, and also kind of lowers their return rates as well.
How many dogs and cats are adopted out maybe a year here? A lot?
It kind of depends. Our numbers have changed drastically. So Stephanie has been here for about a year, and she's about doubled our numbers. So they were doing, I don't know, maybe like 10 a month, and she's doing 25, 30 a month for dogs. Cats, it just kind of waxes and wanes as to what, they kind of go in spells.
I was calling around the other day because somebody wanted to know where they could get rid of some kittens that needed a home, the mother cat and some kittens. And I called my friend at Hog Heaven, Regina Martin, who's done programs with me, and she said, Sue, there's not a shelter around that's taking cats right now.
Yeah.
They're just packed full. And I saw that when I went in the other area.
Yeah,
the cat area.
it's unfortunately, we try to help as many as we can, but we get more emails in every day or more phone calls with people finding cats than we do, adopting them out. We do also offer spay and neuter vouchers, so we do like TNR vouchers as well. So we do offer those to people. Because sometimes, some of the cats they're finding may be feral or semi-feral, and a kind of a trap neuter release is a better option for them. So it at least gets them altered though, and stops them from reproducing. So we
And
do
how
offer
does that
as
work?
well. Yeah, so they would just contact us if they need it, and then I put them in touch with Angela, and then she would send them a voucher. And the voucher is through the Anna Wellness Clinics, so it can either be done at the Corey one, the West Side one, or the one on East 10th. And then that's paid. They don't pay for that. That's paid for by us. We cover that, and then it does a rabies vaccine for them as well.
And you take care of that? Mm-hmm. For anyone who just calls you and says that they need that for their cat that they've found or whatever.
Yep, if it's like a TNR cat, we...
What's TNR?
So trap neuter release. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
a trap neuter return, yeah.
Okay.
So they're typically the feral or semi-feral cats, but we've even done them for people, who they live in an area where people drop cats, right? And these cats might be friendly,
Yes, in the farms.
but there's no one can take all of these cats. So we've also, offered it for that as well. Yeah, it wouldn't be like for your house cat. Say you went out and got a cat and then didn't want to, pay to get it altered. It's not for that situation, but it's more for the one, like farms is a great one. Or there's also some communities, I know one of our cat volunteers, people just drop cats off because they know she volunteers here. And she'll
Right.
just wake up and there's like another cat outside. So it's for those kind of situations.
What do you not offer that you as a director wish you were able to offer or change? Or is this just about everything? I mean, I've seen so much, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think we have a really great, kind of program going. I would like to get into a little bit more behavioral training, and I think eventually we'll get there with Stephanie.
Right, so
Yeah.
tell us about that, the behavior person.
Yeah, I think that would be eventually a good thing that I'd kind of like to go in a direction because that's a lot of issues. A lot of people have, cats not so much, but their dogs are having behavioral issues with, and so what's the first thing they do? They just turn them over to a shelter. So I think that would be a really huge benefit just to those dogs that are coming in. Whatever the behavior problem is, we can work on that, and kind of come up with a plan so they can get adopted out and live a wonderful life.
We came in, when we entered, we met Stephanie, and then we met Karen. That was the reception area, which is also their office and
Yep.
everything else. They told us all about, let me go back through and see if there's anything we've missed. All about Karen as far as the adopting and finding the foster homes, and we had the tour of the building. We saw the 11 kennels inside. We saw the 2 outside areas. We met all the dogs. And then we went from there over to the cat area, and we checked out Angela. I was amazed. I mean, she told me there's over 60 cats in there. I haven't seen 60 cats anywhere in my life.
Yeah.
The place is so clean. I don't know who does all the cleaning. It's probably you and everybody else, but you people sure keep it in nice shape.
Yeah, we have a great group of volunteers too.
Well, yes,
yeah,
and the
they
cats,
are wonderful.
the cats in the rooms and everything was clean.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything sitting around in feces here or whatever. Everything
Yeah.
was taken care of. So that was the whole cat area. And then we met up with you, and now we're seeing the veterinarian area. How can people help you? I know they can become foster
Yeah.
people, and that's Karen that they contact. And she told me that they also have fill out a form, and then you can do a virtual tour of the house and things like that.
Yep.
All right. Do you have enough of them, or can you always
We
use
don't have
more?
enough. We could always use more dog and cat fosters. We always need more. Yeah, because since every animal goes into foster, that's our biggest limiting factor is how many we can take in is how many fosters we have.
Can I have pets in my house and still be a foster
You
parent?
sure can. Yep. As long as your pets are spayed and neutered and up to date on rabies and distemper, you can be a foster parent.
Okay, so I call here to Because You Care. I get in touch with Karen or whoever answers the phone. She helps me out. I fill out a form. We do a virtual tour. We're using my cell phone and or whatever, and then we can start working on that. She told me not too many people are turned down at all.
No, it's very rare. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that helps you as far as that. How do we get money to you? Where are your greatest needs besides foster?
Yeah.
You don't need more cats. We know you don't
No,
need
we don't
more.
need more cats. I mean, we can find them.
Okay.
Donations are our other biggest need. So we don't get any kind of government funding. So we're strictly based on, anything that the community is willing to give.
You're a 501c3?
Yes.
Okay, so anybody that wants to give money can do it like that.
Yes.
I'm a strong believer in this, and that's one of the reasons I do these programs, is because so many places, and not that I'm against other 501c3s, but a lot of the larger, bigger organizations, the Humane Society of America or whatever it is, someone told me that like 10 cents of every dollar, and even less than that, gets to the actual needs of the place.
Yeah.
The money that comes in here is going to be used for here.
Yes.
You're not sending it any other place. So that's why they need to do this.
Yeah.
As
All the
we-
money comes right here.
Right,
Yeah.
and we just did that spay and neuter clinic, and a friend of mine has 3 cats, and she says, well, I give money to this organization that works with cats. I said, wait, you're using a national organization. Quit doing that.
Yeah.
Give the money local. Give local. Give to Because You Care. Hospice. I'm a strong believer in Crawford County Hospice or Barco or places that need the money locally, and you need the money. So if we can get the people, and it's that time of year, it's going to be coming.
Yeah.
In the fall and in the winter, whenever they say, hey, for my taxes and that, I need to make donations. You can make it year round, of course.
Yeah.
But that's whenever people are always looking at places to donate. This is where they need to donate. They need to give you the money. People can come here and see this place. You have a website?
We do have a website, yeah. And
Is everything that I saw on the website?
yes, everything you
Love
say
it.
is on the website. Yep.
Okay, because
We also love Erie Gives and Crawford Gives because so
Right.
much of what they donate is matched.
okay, and if they have a question, they contact you, and then they get in touch with Karen, Stephanie, or Angela, and find out more information.
Yep, and everything's on our website, yeah.
Do you need supplies?
We always are in need of cat and kitten food and puppy food is our biggest needs. So we use Purina One, dry food for our kittens. We've just found that keeping them on the same brand kind of
Right.
eliminates a lot of GI issues.
Yes.
So we use that. Wet food, we use any variety, and then any kind of clumping litter we also use because obviously with 60 cats, they go through a lot of litter. And then puppy food is our other biggest need.
What about towels and stuff like that?
Yes, we always use those because they love to shred them and then you can't save them. So yeah.
Okay, because I was just working at my house doing a garage sale or whatever, and someone was helping me. I must probably have at my house probably close to 100 towels.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
There'll be some coming here.
Yeah.
I'll do a drop off at some point. I've got beach towels, I've got everything.
Yeah.
And smaller ones. But so towels, the kitty litter, the puppy food, kitten food.
Yep, and kitten food, yeah.
What was it again for the kitten food? Purina?
Purina One.
Purina once, and people can just drop that off.
Yeah.
Okay, these people that are my viewers that watch everything that Armstrong does, this is also on YouTube also.
Okay.
But you need to do this. You need to help this organization. This is a great organization. I had a fantastic tour. Megan and Stephanie and Karen and Angela were great. The place is unbelievably clean.
Thank you, yeah.
And I'm so impressed at how you do and you work with the foster program. So I hope that being on Armstrong and also people look it up on YouTube, and I'll promote it as much as I can.
Yeah, thanks.
And if we have a program, what we probably can do too is probably take any video that we have DVD, make sure you get a copy of it. Maybe you can put it onto your website too.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
look us up on YouTube and look us up on for anything else, and Erie Gives and Crawford County Gives, and give it to Because You Care, because they're good, they're great, you have to help them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Megan, very much.
Yeah,
I appreciate
thank you.
it. Thanks for the
Thanks
tour.
for coming.
Uh-huh.